Now I'm standing in front of Oshima Tsumugi Mura place. This is the place for manufacturing a very famous silk fabric called Oshima Tsumugi. I don't know about it, so let's get inside and learn about it.
大島紬は1300年の歴史があります。でその根拠はですね、奈良の正倉院、そこに1300年前に献上されたという記載があることから、その歴史があると言われています。天智天皇の頃ですね。
Oshima Tsumugi silk fabric is very famous, and it has a very long history, about 1300 years. And there is a historical material explained that was used long time ago, like 1300 years ago, and that is very famous for also exquisite patterns. The threads are dyed beforehand and then woven. That's why the pattern is so sophisticated and exquisite and beautiful, and one of the three great world silk the fabric in the world. 三大織物ですね。
三大織物。
ごめんなさい。
The
one of the three great fabric in the world. The silk threads are dyed in the mud field like this. なんでこんな泥で染めるんですか？なんか特別な泥ですか？
そうですね。鉄分という成分がとても豊富でして、その鉄分を使って染めていくんですけれども、始まった理由はいろいろ説がありますけれども、一つは昔薩摩藩からに献上する品物で、それをどうしても隠したいというところから泥の中に隠して取り上げたところ、美しい色に染まっていたという説もあります。
So actually, this mud contains iron, very rich iron mud. So because of it, it dyed very beautifully. And why they began to do that? That is many stories. But one of them explained a long time ago, this place controlled by the Satsuma clan, that is a kind of municipality at the time, and the local people wanted to hide the fabric, silk fabric from them. Then they hide the silk threads in the mud, and then they found the threads are dyed in the mud very beautifully. That is the beginning. That is the one story.
ここからデザインからいきましょうかね。はい、大島紬はですね、先染め織物といいまして、こういうふうに糸の時点で、先に模様をこの中に作っていくんです。ですから必ずこういう設計図案がありまして、これ近くでご覧になると小さな点で絵柄を表現しています。
So this is the plan of the silk fabric, and you can see this plan is made with a lot of dots. And this is the thread for the weaving the pattern, and you can see there is a dots on the surface of the thread. So this factory, the people dyed the thread according to the pattern, like dots. So please imagine that each line is one thread. So you have to dye only here, 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 like spotted dots. So that is very difficult to make and difficult to weave, I guess.
ガミショーラ、こんにちは。
こんにちは。So this is the loom to make the dots pattern on one thread. So the plan is actually written on this paper. It is very, detailed plan, but he tried to make it. So on the loom, the vertical thread is actually cotton, and the horizontal thread is silk. So the cotton thread tied on the silk thread and make the place which were not dyed in the mud. So in that way, they are making dots on the one thread. なんかどうやってそんなことができるのかすごい不思議です。
はい、
So this is the silk fabric and cotton fabric before dyeing. But after dyeing, so you can see that this is very black, but you can see the one thread has white part and black part. So this is dyed according to the plan. Yeah, I think it takes a very long time to make this fabric. Only on this process, making the thread on this room, it takes ごめんなさい、どれぐらいかかるとおっしゃいますか？
1月半から
1 month,
2ヶ月ぐらいですね。
1 month and a half to 2 months. To make such thread, it takes about 10 months, and the finish of weaving will take 1.5 to 2 months. So in total, it can be 1 year. 1年。
で大島紬はご覧のようにですね、白い絹糸を最終的に黒く染めるんですけれども、最初にまず車輪灰染めという草木染めを、行っていきます。
So before dyeing the thread in the mat, the white thread are going to be dyed in with the wood called the sharinbai in Japanese. That is yellow hawthorn tree. So actually the liquid contains tannic acid and catechin, and there is a chemical reaction, and then because of that the thread are turned to reddish color and finally the very dark brown color.
でここで初めて泥田で泥に入ります。
And after it becomes to the such dark brown color, it goes to the iron mat. And there is a chemical reaction again in the mat water, and the color turn to darker color like that. Just aligning the thread, we can see some patterns before weaving. Wow, so she is always checking the pattern on the thread and then weave it. So every 7 to 8 centimeters, she weaves. She always checks the pattern is correct. If it's not, she has to adjust it. And if she doing very well, the pattern is really clear, and you can see the dots aligned on one straight line. So that is so beautiful, I think. Spider web.
もう赤みがなくなってるよね。ゆっくりね。飛ばしたら飛んでくるから。だから浮いてくるので、浮いたらもらがでくるわけ。
So this sounds like a coincidence to having iron mat here, and also there are some techniques introduced here. But actually that is fate, I believe. That is very beautiful meat with the iron mat and the technique and the silk thread, and making the very beautiful fabric here. I really appreciate the people's efforts to keep handing down the technique, and also the people who wear the kimono of silk fabric. I love to have it, so maybe I'm going to go to the shop later and I buy something. Please enjoy here.